So what's up guys, another video on the beginner account, and in this video I'm just gonna do like a whole bunch of tips of like what can you do as a beginner right now, or like if you have like any friends that want to start the game or anything like that, show them the video. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of tips. Maybe if you're already playing like few weeks or few months, like some of these tips might still help you. So got a whole bunch of those, and I'm also gonna do like an update like at the end of like where's my account right now and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna show it like a little bit. So this account currently is 3 days old. Well, technically it's 3 days old, but it's closer to 48 hours than 72 hours, as you can see here. So it's 48 hours and like 30 minutes. I already managed to get like quite some units. Already made 2 6-stars. So I have Crow 6-star, I have Lapis 6-star, I already have a Lauren, and yeah, I've been going pretty well. So firstly, going over all of the tips, just gonna be like short tips, and from there I'm just gonna do like have a few summons here, like from like scrolls I got. Not that many. I don't like saving stuff. That's tip number one. Don't save scrolls, just summon, because if you summon something right now that might help you progress right now, rather than if you would save all of your scrolls until like 2-3 months later, and then you get that one unit which might have progressed your arena further, and therefore you could have gotten more crystals on the end of arena or something. Preferably for progression wise, you do not want to save scrolls. Also, a small disclaimer for anything. These tips are for like most progression focused tips, but however, being most progression focused isn't always the most fun way to play. So for example, at some point, like for example, your crystals, you want to use your crystals to get energy so you can play more, or you can do more runs, you can get more runes, you can get more experience. But it's probably for a beginner player, and also for like friends that want to play, or like if you have friends that want to play or anything like that, it is probably more fun to summon to hopefully get like 1 or 2 good net 4s you can work with, or maybe get like a chance on a net 5 you can work with or something like that. Because in the end, it's a game and you have to have fun to stick to the game. And if you're gonna show this game to a friend, like let's say someone starting in 2020, I'm gonna show you what's like the ins and outs, what are the tips. But if you're gonna be like really strict on like tips and rules and what you should and should not do, the game might feel like a struggle to play. So a big tip is keep it fun. Like if you do something that's not in this list, or I say like you shouldn't do, but you think it improves like the fun for your game, you should definitely do it, because in the end it's a game. Especially if you're starting to play, you don't have to have the best progression right away. You have to enjoy the game, and therefore you stick to the game, you like the game and stuff like that. So that's just a disclaimer for like all of the tips I'm giving you here right now. So let's get into the tips. Save your crystals. So with your crystals, you could do either one of 2 things. Well, you can do more than 2. You can get mystical scrolls. Preferably you buy this one, if you would buy it. I don't like I would say I don't recommend to get it, but if you're getting it, I would recommend buy the 11, because you get the +1. It's 10% more, like free stuff, right? But preferably you want to, nope, not this. You want to refill 30 crystals for 90 energy. Back in the day, like I started playing like 5 years back, I'm not sure when they changed this. The refill of your energy was equal to the max amount of energy that you have, which increases by levels and the tower from the glory shop that you can buy. But currently it's always 90. So from the start, it's already useful to use your your crystals into energy, and that's gonna progress you by far the most. Like if you want to progress, never buy scrolls. Like never. Always buy energy. So second tip is arena, and probably everyone's gonna tell you you gotta do arena, you gotta do your rifles. Always do your rifles. If you see them, like if you see a 1 here, always do it. Currently not gonna do it because I don't listen to myself now, it's just busy with the video. So always do that, but there's one catch to it. Like at some point you get to a point where it's kind of difficult to find people to hit. Like my account's like level 15, and I'm supposed to be hitting like these kind of defenses, right? And that's impossible. Like if you're a beginner, you're gonna face that. You could look for people like that just put like one defense, but you should do the same, and you should do it even better. You should not even have this unit up there. You should have, I'm not joking, whatever, this unit. You should have this unit up there, because what will happen? People will hit you, and that doesn't matter anything. You will drop in rank, and therefore you have more chances to find people of your own rank to actually fight. However, on the Sunday, or like towards the end of the weekend, you don't want to do this, because you get extra rewards for being a higher rank. So then you want to put up like your 4 best ruined units at the start of the game. You don't have to focus like what's meta and that kind of stuff. Just your 4 best units, highest units, best ruined units, put them in there, and yeah, that will work. Another thing is, try to find someone, like you see this R9 guy with a legendary scroll. He also has 1 unit up there. If he hits me, I hit him back, and we just win the battle like instantly, and it's really easy points. So also always check that your wings are like on cooldown. And on cooldown means that it takes 30 minutes to get another wing. Make sure you never have 10. So I currently have 10, which is bad, but I cannot hit anyone. Let's say I can't hit anyone. What you can do is you just start a battle. I'm so hoping this video is not going to take ages. And you instantly leave. So what will happen is you still get +1 glory point, but you also drop in rank, which gives you, for the next refresh, a higher chance to actually find people around your level. Well, it's a little bit lower, so you just got to keep doing this until you drop like a few ranks. You have to fight like a couple of people, because you drop like less ranks if you hit the same person over and over. So you just hit like the first 5 just once, all of them just once, and then you refresh, and you're probably at a level that you can find people that you can actually beat. So why are you doing this? I should have started with this, but why are you getting glory points? Well, the most important thing is Devilmon. Devilmon is, everyone is gonna say like, this is what you need. Devilmon, it's a skill up for any unit, and skill ups, especially if you want to fast progress, skill ups is the thing that's holding you back most, because you can just get one of these a week, and preferably only throw them on like 5 stars, because getting skill ups is pretty difficult, because you have to feed 5 stars to 5 stars, which no one does. Everyone just gives the Devilmons to it. So Devilmons. Secondarily, don't go for the scrolls. Don't do the scrolls. You're gonna need these. So probably first off, well, before this one was really interesting, because you get more energy, and therefore your crystal refreshes was more energy. Technically right now it's not the best thing anymore, I think. But it's still pretty good. Like, you want to up this one, that you have a higher max pool of energy, and this is your recovery of energy, which is also pretty important. So if you're like less than your max energy, you recover faster your energy. And then you have a whole bunch of towers which give you a lot of stats. This can run up to, I'm gonna say this wrong, I don't know, it's I think 15% or 20%. Yeah, I think it's, well, defense for sure. Defense and HP is 20%. I think attack is 15 or 20% as well. But you can also get like your... oh wait, there was a different one. Yeah. What's this? Oh, Arcane Tower. Don't go for this one. You don't need the Arcane Tower. Huh. Confusing myself. I see attack power, but no, the Arcane Tower you don't need. You need them starting the Guardstone. So Guardstone, defense, then you have like the water, fire, other 3 elements. Then you have attack, then you have HP, speed, an arcane booster. You also do not need this one, and then crit damage. So what you preferably want is to level them kind of equally. And I'll put it right here, what's like the best order to hit them, because it's just easier to just like, you can pause the video there and it will also, and that's for the upgrade. But technically you kind of want to raise them at the same time, because at the end, for example, speed is going to be pretty expensive, and if you have to pay like 2,000 for 1 speed, or you have to pay 200 for 2% HP, then it's easier to just grab the HP and just do the speed later. This will take quite some time though, so it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So you like, don't expect to finish this pretty fast. You have achievements. So these are the newly added achievements, and you can even get like a transcendent scroll, which is a guaranteed net 5, which is really nice. I just finished this one, gonna summon it at the end of the video. And what you want to look for, like why I mentioned this, like I can say just do it. Like no, like actually plan what you have to do when. So a good example I can give for is I had to make a 6-star here. So let's say I would make a 6-star before doing this. Then let's say I level up 10 monsters and then I'm like, oh, I have to make a 6-star, but I don't have the resources right now. So I'm gonna be stuck at this one. Well, I could be like way further because these are I could all clear already, but I'm just stuck at the where it is at the 6-star. So do your achievements in order. That's really important. And also try to manage that you do your achievements in order, but in like similar pace as like the other achievements, because here you have challenges and here you have more achievements. These achievements aren't really that good. This one, is it still bugged? No. Okay, it was bugged before when I logged in, but okay. So these achievements also here you get like a whole bunch of like really good rewards, especially from like the Giant's Keep. You end up with like a legendary scroll. Um, this one you end up with like an L&D scroll. So try to manage that you do them at the same time, but you plan like when do you do what, when do you upgrade what, so you're actually like getting all of your. Besides achievements, you also have events, and events are a little bit more like hidden-ish, like you have to find where they are. So like you have this one is always running. This one gives you just this is more for skins, but it still has like side rewards. So I think I can actually claim some of it right now, can I? Yeah, so currently I can get a scroll from this one, and then also from this one I can get 2 more scrolls. So it's always good to keep track of like what events are currently running and what should you do for the events. Because not all events are the same. Some you have to kill like certain stages, some you have to do certain arenas or like whatever. Just check what you have to do and do it, and they're always good rewards. They're always worth it, and they're always doable to do, even for beginners, because mostly if it's pretty difficult for beginners, they lower the requirements. Okay, then for summoning, a tip everyone gives you: save at least one of every 4-star that you get. I don't have any 4-star right now. This one I summoned as a 4-star. Besides that, I don't have any 4-stars yet. Well, I think I had one, but I failed it. But that's what you shouldn't do. Keep those, and you're probably like, because you don't really know the game yet, you don't really know what's good where, and it could be like bad in one content but good in some other content. But therefore, like if you're not sure what to do with a unit, it's really simple. You put it in storage. You have enough storage space at the beginning, just buy more storage slots. It's definitely worth it. Also, if a unit is a fusion material, preferably you want to save one of each, because maybe you want to use it later. Also, for some of the 3-stars that might be interesting, I'm not going over all the 3-stars that are interesting, but try to keep the 3-stars for skill ups as well. Skill ups are quite difficult to come by. As you can see here, I'm working on the skill ups of my Crow, which is a really good unit, and it just takes a while for this to get max skilled. And max scaling actually increases the damage effective rate and the cooldown of all of your skills, and that is a big. Another tip is, which is really important, you get a lot of free stuff from clearing the scenarios on easy stage. So you get like a bunch of runes, or you get like a unit here, a unit there, a bunch of runes, I think some rainbow mons, some runes, and then from here it starts getting a little more difficult. So what you want to do is you want to just go into chat and you just start inviting everyone for a rep unit. So you just go somewhere, you invite for it, friend request sent. If he's gonna accept, chill. If he doesn't, no worries. You just keep doing that until you have 50 slots to do that, and you want to get as many as possible. So what are the rep units? Those are the units here. I collected quite some in those 3 days, and just like, don't ask for like, oh, I need a rep. You just invite people, because they are willing to help you most of the time, but they don't want to do anything for it. So if you send them the invite, they're more likely to be like, ah, whatever, I'll help this new guy out. So Don't spam invite someone. If he declines, then that's it. But you just like go to a chat, you ask like, hey, can someone help, blah blah blah. Some people just talk, you just invite them, stuff like that. So these units can probably solo the stages from like Phaemon, and then like Aiden, and then Ferun, and then MT.Runar. That's the one you want to finish. Like, okay, you want to finish this as well, you get like a legendary scroll, which is pretty cool. But this one gives you a set which is insanely OP. Like, I've been playing this game for 5 years and I had no clue that they implemented that. You get this set which is plus 15. Like, you get this whole set 6-star plus 15. Like, they don't have insane like substats, but these runes are pretty freaking good. And if you give them to your magic mic, I call this the magic mic, then the magic mic is able to solo the dungeon which is the most chill to farm, which is also the next tip. On a 5-star, she can always farm it. She can always farm hell, and you can just farm it like with 3 fodder units, so you can level up these 3 units. When you have her 6-star, or when you have her 5-star and you have a tank, so a tank means, for example, I would do it like this, and then your magic mic is 5-star. This will clear the dungeon always, and this gives a lot of HP. Talking about, or HP, XP. Talking about XP, next tip is normally you can only get ×2 XP, but the only thing in the game which overrules that is this one. This one makes it able to get ×3 XP. Like, I think most players that haven't made like a beginner account in like a long time, they don't even know that you have ×3 XP if you add a normal double XP like I have here. So where do you get those? You get like a bunch from achievements and that kind of stuff. Okay, so a lot of good units, for example, Crow, Lauren, they come from secret dungeons. Secret dungeons can only be opened on the day of that element. So the day of that element is, well, I'm gonna put it here on screen, that's easier. And during those days you can get like, if you do like, for example, Hellfire, you have a chance to get like a secret dungeon that's here. It's shared like through like your friend list. So if you find like, if you need like a Crow, which is the Dark Inugami, which is pretty good, or Lauren, which is a really good unit. I'm not going to go over exact units in this video, it's just like general beginner guides. To actually get the unit, you get pieces or while you clear them. And there's actually a table of like how many pieces you get of how far the stage you get, right here. And the thing is, you can see like, okay, the further you get, the better. But it's actually not really true. Because if you want to do this really fast, you got like 1 hour time window to actually get the unit. If you want to get the unit within 1 hour time and you're clearing it like really slow, like you just put it on auto, and my unit is currently 6-star, so it's probably better than like most like really beginner accounts. So it can get like pretty far and stuff like that. But it's taking a long time to get to the process where you can get like 2 pieces, 3 pieces, maybe 4 pieces. You could use reps, which is pretty fast, but you see here already, it's taking quite some time. Like, sure, she's still making it, especially with like Lauren, for example, the light cowgirl. It's pretty difficult to clear the stage because she keeps pushing back your attack bar, and therefore you never get a turn. But as you can see, this drags on like pretty long. Like, I'm in this stage for quite some time already. So So okay, my lapis died and it took how many minutes? Can we see the actual amount of minutes? No, we don't see it. Okay, we got 4 pieces in this case. But this took about like 4 minutes, I think. Well, 2 to 3 minutes at least. What you could do, if like, especially if your lapis is not able to kill it this far, you can just do 1, 2. Probably for the 3rd wave you need this skill. 3, you leave, and you always get 1 piece. This you can repeat in 30 seconds. maybe less. If you have like a phone that's reloading the stage pretty fast, or if you have like fast hands, you can redo this process in 30 seconds, and therefore you can easily get like the 40 pieces. It's gonna cost you quite some energy, but you have quite some energy at the start because you get like a whole bunch of energy from a lot of things, and you want these units, and it's not that easy to get like the correct like secret dungeon from people, and you don't want to have to find the secret dungeon twice. So use the method, go in, just clear the first 3 waves. When when the fourth wave spawns, you just leave it and you restart it, and you just keep doing that for 40 times. You will get that unit. So that's just a quick way, and you can do this like starting like really low level. It's really easy to clear the first 3. Okay, so another tip is, let's say you're doing scenarios and you get stuck at some point. A simple way is just to start upgrading some runes, like upgrading runes to like +6, +9, +12, even if they look decent. It's pretty worth it, and you get quite some money at the beginning to work with, like especially from the achievements. And preferably you go for the 2, 4s, and 6, and you want to match like the stats of the units. So let's say it's just a simple, it doesn't work hand in hand always, but like a simple way is like you want to put, this is like an attacker unit, so you preferably have like attack stats on it. Well, simply as that. If you have support units is mostly like more speed and like HP-ish. This one still do some damage as well if you actually rune it on damage. Another tip is the following, like because you have the 3 times XP, which is a lot, you're gonna run out of fodder. Like, and fodder means like units to level up and then feed, and then you level up these and you feed them again, and then they go into your main unit. But what you could actually do is you can buy like the 2 stars from the shop. I wouldn't really recommend to buy the, you could buy like the unknown scrolls, but the unknown scrolls don't have that much rate to actually get like 2 stars or 3 stars. You can check the rate like here at the bottom left. Well, if you go to the summon circle, there's like a rate here, bottom left. But if you buy like the 2 stars, they're at 22k, 25k, somewhere around there. You can actually get a lot more fodder, which is pretty useful, because at some point you're even gonna run out of the amount of like unknown scrolls that you have, because the 3 star, like the moment you actually start like foddering, as we call it, and that's just like leveling using 1 main farmer and 3 units to level up, to just feed to other units to then level up other units or to evolve other units, then you're gonna run out of that stuff with like 3 star quite fast. And like a fodder run would look something like this. So you just have like 3 units that you want to level up to the next evolve, and then they can actually go into your other units. Or you need like 5-star fodder, and then you just keep repeating that process, and it's like a pyramid, and then at some point the whole harmonia thing just crashes in and you finally have your 6-star. So therefore, like, to have enough of these fodder units, because you need quite a lot of 2 stars to actually make a 6-star in the end. Again, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Take it slowly, you don't have to like rush, like you don't have to get like 2 6-stars within like 48 hours as I did on my account. But to do this, it's pretty easy to get like the +2s. And the last tip is get involved with the community. The community of this game is actually really fun. Like start looking like at Twitch, or like most people of Twitch are like pretty high level, but like start reading some guide, like some stuff on Reddit, look up like other YouTube videos, just talk to people, find a guild. Guild is also pretty important. I haven't talked about that yet. In the guild, I'm currently not in a guild. I'm going to join this one when my timer runs. But in the guild, you can get free rewards for just being in the guild, and there you can get a rainbow mon, which is 150 guild points, which is equal to the guild winning a few guild battles, and then you'll get it. You don't even have to participate in them. And that rainbow mon is 5-star level 1 already. So if you do that for 5 weeks, you have a 6-star just by doing that, like a 5 to 6-star evolve, just by doing that. But also try to find a guild of like just nice people. Like you have some guilds that are like shout out here. Sometimes I don't see any right now. This server, not too many guild shoutouts. But yeah, try to find like, maybe you're from a specific like language, maybe you're like German or French or Dutch, or like in other servers maybe like Thai or whatever. Then try to find like a guild that kind of fits you, or maybe like the friend that introduced you to the game, join their guild. Even if they're like way higher, you can just hang around with community. People can help you here and there. They can look at your units, and that's what keeps this game, like what keeps people from like leaving the game actually, but to like keep going back, is the community. So try to get involved with the community. It's always fun. So one more tip that I want to give you as well, which is you do not really want to focus on making most 6 stars like right off the get-go. So there's a whole bunch of accounts and they have like as much progression as I have, but then over like 2 months, and they still have like worse stuff. And the reason for that could be is they pulled like a 6 star, which is pretty slow for loading right now. It's gonna get there at some point, but they get one of the 6 stars, they start max skilling it, or they start like 6 starring it, max leveling it, but it's actually not that great for their progression right now. To keep the game fun, again, sure you can do it, but if you feel like, hey, why is my progression that slow? Oh, this is really not loading. Let's say you get like a Perna, but you get a Perna. Oh, this is laggy as hell. What the hell? I thought this thing, well, it's probably rendering all the images on the background, whatever. So let's say you get a Perna, but you can't farm giants yet, and you can't farm dragons yet. You cannot get runes for Perna to make it any good. So what is your Perna gonna do? Absolutely nothing, because your Perna is technically a endgame PvE or a PvP, mostly, like it's mostly PvP unit, and endgame PvE, it fits in like here and there. There's worse. Like let's say you get a Fire Monkey. Fire Monkey is purely PvP. It's not PvE at all. You get a Fire Monkey and you can do you're still working on your giant team, which is a water dungeon. Your monkey's not gonna do anything. So if you 6-star him early on, it's not gonna help you at all for progression. So therefore you want to like avoid units that are not helping you for the point in the game where you are right now. If you made it all the way until the end of the video and you're enjoying this series, like please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think about it. Tickle the like button, that's always good. Tickle the subscribe button if you haven't already. You probably haven't, so you should definitely tickle that button. So yeah guys, thanks for watching and peace out.